Allan, Avengers Infinity War exhibit wouldn't be complete without the Thanos glove, and this thing is huge. It's about, a couple feet tall, would you say?
33 inches.
33 inches.
Yeah.
This thing is amazing. What's it?
Big boy.
Is this made out of the designer resin?
Yes. This is designer resin. Again, originally, the original piece was 3D printed. And again, we illustrate that on here, how we did it. Actually, the stones in here, these are all sculpted stones.
Oh, wow.
They were sculpted, and then I cast them in silicone and then reproduce them in clear resins. But 26 files to create this, because these are all different pieces and stuff. This is all screwed together. We rolled this out the day before the premiere, because it's Infinity War, you gotta have the glove. The gold on it, it's a special gold again. Mix this ourselves. It's a lacquer base. We use a clear lacquer, and then a Inca gold is what it's called. Mix that in there. We start with a black primer that goes through 220, 400, then 600 sandpaper. Then we start going over it with steel wools. And then we put a layer of paint, steel wool that, finer layer, steel wool it again,
wow,
until you get a nice metallic finish. Now on screen, you film this, it just really pops. And this is set up to be electronic too. We don't have it wired right now, but all these blink and glow and stuff. So that's another part of it. Now, I know there's fans out there going to be looking at this and go like, "You don't have the soul stone, it's the blue stone." I do have the yellow soul stone to go in here, but I didn't like it. It's too much gold on a gold glove. So I went with the blue stone, just aesthetics.
Just aesthetics.
Yeah, and from an art standpoint, it's about the aesthetics. I like the blue. I'm sticking the blue stone in there.
Hey.
And but I may swap the soul stone, because so many people have said, "Oh, look at stones." Swap the soul stone.
Well, I heard the soul stone's kind of hard to get too.
It is.
Well, this is just an amazing job at making this look like Thanos is going to come any second now and strap this on his head.
Yeah, we wanted it. One of the ideas in doing this exhibit and some of the other hero exhibits that I've done over the last few years, people want to connect with the heroes. This is an ancient thing. A lot of people now, they're looking at all the superhero movies and stuff and the action figures and all the things that are out there. And they go, "Oh, this is so new and such." No. Even back ancient Rome, their pantheon of heroes, Achilles, Hercules, Perseus, these were the action figures of the ancient Greeks and Romans. And they actually did have action figures. You'd go to the market square, you could buy a little Hercules statue or Achilles statue. They had the different legions would pick a hero. They have, the Romans had the Legion of Hercules. And so those were the original heroes. Now today we have this whole new mythology. We have the Marvel Universe and the DC Universe, and these are the heroes that have replaced Hercules and Achilles and Perseus. And we have these new stories. They're just like the old myths. They tell us something about the human condition, about man and his aspirations, and it does influence people. It influenced me as a kid. I grew up watching Batman, the Lone Ranger, and Zorro, and these were little morality plays. And you'd watch those and you go, "Hey, I want to be the good guy. I want to be the Lone Ranger. I want to be Zorro." Here today, everyone's talking about social justice. Zorro was definitely a social justice, warrior. He's taken from the rich and given to the poor, kind of thing. These are the new heroes, and it's teaching a whole new generation about how to aspire to be their best. And it's people say, "Well, we don't talk about morality or anything in schools anymore." All these movies, they're talking about a morality, what's good, what's wrong. Some people are critical. "Oh, we know the good guys will always win." That's the idea. It's telling a story. It's telling about where are our strengths, where are our weaknesses, talking about don't give up. stick in there. It talks about self-doubt. It is really replaced these old stories that people used to read ages ago. So, Infinity Wars, you've got all these different heroes, different situations in their lives, and they're telling everybody a story that they can aspire to.
Yeah, so. And people really want to connect. They want to say, okay, this guy's a good guy. Throw him into a difficult situation. Let's see what he does. Let's see if he makes the choice that's going to either be selfish or help everybody out. And people love heroes because at the end of the day, they're the ones that save the day. They're the ones that are really putting themselves on the line to save everybody else. So I think you're right. I think people look up to heroes in all ages because they want to aspire to be good and help others too.
Yeah, they look at the screen and they ask themselves, what would I do if I was Tony Stark?
Yeah.
So many more people want to be Batman. You would think if you had a choice between Batman and Superman, Superman, he can bench press the sun. But they want to be Batman because Batman is so much closer to, he's just mortal.
Yeah.
He's something that anybody could aspire to and become. He's trained and come up with these inventions, but he's just a regular human being, and he's hugely popular. If you would have asked me back in the 60s or 70s, would we ever see the popularity that we're seeing on this now? I couldn't have even imagined it.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't imagine.
And like you said, this is kind of what everything's focused around with this exhibit. This is just one of the pieces. Let's go take a look at the Thor Hammer and see what that's all about.
Sure.